Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to 5 US states with the deadliest wildlife. I'm just doing loads of animal related reactions at the moment because I guess it's just sort of, I don't know, just the theme of the reactions I'm fascinated by, but that's just sort of how the channel is. I just react to different things at different times. But the 5 US states with the deadliest wildlife, I know one state that'll be here and that's about it, and that's Alaska. Just because of bears and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm going to assume the warmer states will be here. Like maybe California, New Mexico, Nevada, or like the southern states, like the deep south. I don't know though. I mean, maybe I'll be surprised, but we're going to check this out and see. And yeah, if you're from one of these states, let me know if by the end of this video you think this is true. Maybe you've seen some of these animals, or you've just experienced it. You know someone who's had a close encounter with one of these, or whatever it is. But yeah, let's check this out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. Links are in the description to my Patreon, where you can see reactions that I can't post to YouTube. But let's check this out.
The USA is one of the deadliest countries in the world when it comes to wildlife, as it's home to many creatures that can seriously injure or even kill you. Of course, some states are more dangerous than others, and in today's video I will be going through some of the deadliest. I will be judging the states on the number of fatal animal attacks from 1999 to 2019, and there are 5 states that stand out. The number of fatal animal attacks vary.
Maybe Alaska won't be here then. I'm just thinking Alaska purely because of bears, and also I assume wolves maybe are there as well. But if it's based off like attacks on humans, it probably won't be there.
Varies greatly from state to state, and this is due to a wide variety of factors. Some states have a much larger population than others, and some have a relatively small population of deadly animals.
Cougars.
In the US, since the year 1970, the most dangerous wild animals have been brown bears, sharks, snakes, black bears, and alligators.
Brown bears, 70 deaths. Sharks, 57. Damn. Oh, brown bears and black bears are there. God, all of these are just, I mean, look, snakes are bad. Like being like bit by a snake that I assume is venomous is bad, right? Although I feel like there's pythons in Florida because people release them. But yeah, snakes are a bad way to go. But the like going from like a bear or a shark or an alligator, like that's just different, bro. What a horrible way to go.
These animals only tell half of the story, as a large number of Americans are killed by pets and livestock, and many are taken by insects. If a state has the deadly combination of a large population of humans and a large population of dangerous animals, it's more than likely that they'll be on this list. Without further ado, we can take a look at our first state, and that state is Tennessee.
Damn.
Tennessee has more caves than any other state, and it's home to the country's largest underground lake. Tennessee is home to quite a few dangerous animals, and some of these animals are venomous. You can find potentially dangerous spiders such as the black widows and the brown recluse, and it's also home to some venomous snakes such as the copperhead, the cottonmouth, the timber rattlesnake, and the pygmy rattlesnake.
Jesus.
The venom from these animals may not kill you directly, but you can die if you go into anaphylactic shock. Tennessee is also home to some large predators, with some of the most iconic predators being black bears and cougars. These animals are of course very dangerous, but fatal attacks on humans are relatively rare. In Tennessee, you'll also have to look out for large herbivores, as these animals can turn deadly in certain circumstances. Deer and wild boar can kill people if they're startled, and they can also kill people in traffic collisions. As well as this, many people in Tennessee are killed by pets and livestock. And from 1999 to 2019, 170 people lost their lives due to animal attacks in Tennessee. This puts Tennessee at number 5, and we won't have to travel far for our next state. North Carolina.
Okay, so the southern states for sure
Borders Tennessee, and because of this, it shares a lot of its wildlife. North Carolina has a larger human population than Tennessee, but the two states are a similar size. This means that the people in North Carolina are more likely to come into contact with wild animals, and North Carolina has a few more dangerous species than Tennessee. North Carolina is home to a healthy population of alligators, and these animals can be very dangerous, especially to young children. Although there have been a few confirmed sightings, alligators are very rare in Tennessee, so you're very unlikely to be attacked by one there. The people of North Carolina not only have to be wary of alligators, but they also have to be wary of ocean creatures. Unlike Tennessee, North Carolina has coastal regions, and this means that there have been some shark attacks over the years. Since 1935, there have been at least 70 unprovoked shark attacks off the coast of North Carolina, and this is a relatively large number compared to other coastal states. As well as this, it's also home to a few venomous snakes that can't be found in Tennessee, and this means that it's had a few more fatal animal attacks. From the years 1999 to 2019, 180 people lost their lives due to animal attacks in North Carolina, and this means that North Carolina is the 4th deadliest state. For our next state, we will be
Florida. There we go. Okay, so when I realised I missed out Florida, I'm surprised it's only number 3 now. I'd have assumed it would be number 1, just based off the fact that it's a lot bigger. But, yeah, I guess maybe when the other two states come up, I'll realise why that's the reason or whatever. But
be heading south, as we will be travelling to Florida. I'm sure that before many of you even clicked on this video, you knew that Florida was going to end up on this list. Florida has garnered the reputation of being a very crazy state, and its ecosystem is quite crazy too. As Florida has a humid tropical climate, it's home to quite a few animals that can't be found in any of the other states. Louisiana and Florida have the largest alligator populations, and Florida is also home to the American crocodile. Since 1940...
Bro, Florida, bro. Oh, mate. But this gets me excited. I know this is random, but this gets me so excited for GTA 6, man, because it's set in Florida, more or less. And the wildlife in Florida is crazy. And it's all going to be represented in the game. With all these different aspects of the culture and the wildlife. It's going to be good, man. But yeah, Florida, bro. You got to chill out.
Wait,
Florida man shrugs off losing arm. Jesus Christ. Florida teenager 13 who survived horror alligator attack reveals how he punched the reptile after it grabbed on his right leg. How the hell have you done that to a gator, man?
There have been around 450 alligator attacks in Florida, and around 30 of these attacks have been fatal. Florida is also surrounded by a very vibrant marine ecosystem, and in this ecosystem you'll find many dangerous predators. Florida had the most unprovoked shark attacks in the US in 2023, and Florida made up 16 of the total 36 cases in the US. Florida is home to potentially dangerous mammals such as the Florida panther, but this cat is extremely rare. As I've covered many times on the channel before, Florida is one of the worst affected areas when it comes to invasive species, and some of these species can be very dangerous. There are a large number of invasive snakes, and the world's deadliest crocodile has also been spotted in the Everglades. All of these factors lead to Florida being a relatively deadly state, and a lot of people in Florida live in close proximity to wild areas.
Bro, they're just living in crocodile-infested waters. Is that a crocodile here? Let me just go back a little bit, because, bro, why? Why? I mean, I can see it's caged off, and I can understand why, because, I mean... Bro, why would you live? I mean, I get why you would live there. The weather's amazing and all this, but come on, man. Oh my days. And this is open. Like, even though their gardens are caged, this is open here. So a crocodile could easily just go up to someone's like front garden or something. Oh my days. Wait, this is actually not even showing it. It's just showing. I thought it would have shown it. They're showing there's a crocodile here.
A deadly state. And a lot of people in Florida live in close proximity to wild areas. From 1999 to 2019, 247 people were killed by animals in Florida, and this means that Florida is the 3rd deadliest state.
3.
For our next state, we will be heading west, as we will be travelling to California.
I guess this is
California has the largest...
Don't get me wrong, largest population, which is why I feel like this will be here. But they do have some crazy... wildlife here as well, and I feel like bears will be a big sort of reason for this as well.
Human population of all the 50 states, and as of 2023 there are around 40 million people living here. This makes up around 12% of the national population, and there are more people in California than there are in Canada. California's large human population is one of the main reasons why it has so many fatal animal attacks, as its wildlife isn't as dangerous as some other states. A large number of people killed by animals in California are killed by dogs and livestock. But of
Damn.
course, there are some dangerous wild animals out there. California is home to black bears and cougars, and it's also home to a large number of venomous desert animals. These animals can kill you in certain circumstances. And of course, California is another coastal state. As California has such a large population, all these animal attacks add up. And from 1999 to 2019, 299 people were killed by animals in California. This slots them in at number 2, and to find the deadliest state in the US, we will be heading east. Texas has a very large human population, but
that would have been not my last guesses, but I was not gonna guess Texas for sure.
it's still a relatively wild state. It's home to many wild open areas, and it's also home to a lot of livestock. There are around 12 million cattle in Texas, and these animals kill around 20 people each year in the US.
Mad.
This means that cattle kill more people than bears and sharks combined, and it's one of the reasons why Texas is so high up on this list. Texas is home to a large number of venomous snakes, with many of these snakes being rattlesnakes. As well as this, Texas is also home to large predators,
I didn't know gators were there either. The more you know.
such as alligators, mountain lions, and bears. Texas is the largest of the lower 48 states, and it also has the largest deer population. It's home to around 5.5 million deer, and sometimes these
Flipping
deer
hell.
can kill people. Some hunters are killed directly by deer, but deer can also cause fatalities on the road. Deer vehicle collisions lead to around 200 human deaths each year in the US, and this is part of the reason why Texas is such a deadly state.
Jeez,
From
man.
1999 to 2019, 520 people were killed by animals in Texas, and this means that Texas is the deadliest state when it comes to wildlife in the USA.
And it's by far as well.
If there are any other states that you feel should have made it into this video, then
I want to just do a reaction one day just to like black bears and brown bears and like alligators, because they are just incredible creatures, man. Look at this. Imagine this just no. I mean, I say imagine it. I don't want to imagine it, but just imagine this flipping just you're in a woodland area, a wooded area, woodlands or whatever, a forest, and you come across this. You're just done for. I mean, even if you got a gun, you gotta hope your aim's good, because it's running at you or it's sneaking behind you. But yeah, that's that. Let me know again, like I said at the start, if you've seen any of these animals, if you're living in these states or other states as well. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what's the deadliest animal you've come across in your life that you remember seeing, or you've had a situation where maybe something was going to happen to you, or whatever it is. Maybe it's just a cat. Mine is gonna be, I'm not gonna count a zoo. Actually, can I count a zoo? No, I don't want to count zoos. That doesn't count, because it's just. And then I could say like a tiger, which no, it was a lion. I could say a lion, which sort of defeats the point. But yeah, in the wild, what's the most dangerous animal you've come across? Again, I would probably say, honestly, I think just a cat or a dog. Sorry, maybe like not a greyhound. What are they called? What are the big dogs called? Not a husky. The ones that are brown. They're creepy as hell. Well, I mean, they're cool dogs, but there's one dog that I've come across a few times that I don't like it. It just barks at me whenever I walk past it. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, it was a dog. That's the most deadly animal I've come across in my life. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction, and until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.